Hi, welcome to Chamber Chatter. I'm Janelle Best, the Executive Director of the Clarkston Area Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Emily Ford, the 2018 and 2019 President of the Clarkston Area Chamber of Commerce. Today we'll be welcoming guests to discuss the Light Bulb Moment of the Month, upcoming events, Membership Minute and Now Hiring segment, Nonprofit of the Month, and at the conclusion of the episode we'll be sharing highlight videos from 2 recent ribbon cuttings. In an effort to celebrate the accomplishments and successes of our members, we recognize a member for Light Bulb Moment of the Month.
This is an opportunity for the Chamber to showcase our members that have taken an action to be more sustainable, save money, or to help the community out in some way. Light Bulb Moment winners receive additional recognition for the month of their win, highlighting their efforts.
This month we are recognizing Canterbury on the Lake for their Memory Care program. Joining us today to discuss their efforts is Susan Hammersmith, Director of Development. Thanks
Welcome,
for being here, Susan.
Hi, how are the two of you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. Well, thanks for being here today. And to start off, I just want to learn a little bit more about you. So could you just tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Canterbury?
As they said, my name is Susan Hammersmith. I'm the Director of Development here at Canterbury on the Lake. And what I do is I raise funds to sustain the health and wellness of the residents who choose to make Canterbury on the Lake their home. Canterbury on the Lake is a nonprofit senior living community, and we have about right now 250 residents who live anywhere in our community, whether that's independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, or our new memory care building.
Oh, fantastic. You guys have a beautiful facility.
Thank you.
I want to start with saying that. So.
Well, we're very proud of the 44 acres that we have in Waterford on Hatchery Road. We're right on Clam Lake, and we have professional gardeners come in and do all of the landscaping in and around our community. We have lots of garden pockets all over the community for our residents and their visitors to enjoy and love.
Yeah, it's awesome. You can tell just by your residents. You know, everybody's so happy. They really enjoy being there. So.
It does help with the mental wellness and the health of all of the people who come.
Awesome. So, can you tell us about the memory care program and facility?
Our newly opened January of this year, 24,000 square foot memory care building has 28 apartments and has space for 30 residents to live in. Currently we have more than 20 residents in our memory care building, and we thought it was an unfortunate need in our community as seniors are getting diagnosed more frequently with Alzheimer's or some other form of dementia. Their families cannot care for the needs that they have ongoing. The idea behind a memory care community is that it is a safe, secure place for somebody who is progressing through those diseases like Alzheimer's or dementia to be safe and secure.
I know that you guys put a lot of thought and effort into this facility, and it was really great. I met with Susan back in, was it December, November?
It's last fall, I think
we talked, and we were able to go on a tour. She took us on a tour of the memory care facility while it was still under construction. And some of the different things, the attention to detail that went into the development of this project was just fascinating to me. So I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit, because we wanted to talk about how it kind of evolved and what was your role during the process.
Well, the memory care building was part of the original plan for Canterbury when it was built 25 years ago. We will be 25 years in the community next year. And over the course of time, it was added about 7 years ago to the strategic plan to have this building added. Because we did recognize the need for memory care for seniors living in our community and their families as part of their families. We are using a program called Heartfelt Connections, and what that is it's a one-on-one program when a resident and their family moves in. The new resident is evaluated and all of their personal preferences are taken into account. What time of day do they want to wake up? How do they like their meals prepared? Do they prefer to watch television in their apartment or in the community space? Do they enjoy being outdoors and gardening? We have a center courtyard that has raised garden beds so that they can plant with there's some small planters and people can do that. They put a little putting green out there, so there's some of the golfers can putt.
Of, right?
Yeah.
Everything you can think of.
Yeah.
There's a salon, full service salon in it. There's a clinic where we have full-time nurse. Doctors come in and make sure that all of our residents' health is taken care of. It's very open.
Access to the outdoors is what I was just going to say.
Access to the outdoors is so important, but it has to be secure. With the interior courtyard, which is outdoors, and then there's a 3-season porch that faces the woods behind our community, and there's a family of deer that live back there. So people are sitting out there all day long watching for the deer or the ducks or the geese. In fact, we had 3 nests of ducklings born over the course of this spring, and so we had to have duck walks to get the ducks out of the center courtyard.
Aw, that's great.
Are there any other things going on at Canterbury that you'd like to share with us, Susan?
Well, right now we're preparing for our 25th anniversary, and
How exciting.
I know, we're really excited, and we can't contain the excitement right now. We're like, we can't believe we've been here 25 years already.
Wow.
And then we're also preparing for all of the different activities that the residents partake in throughout the summer. We have barbecues for the residents, and we're preparing for our 21st annual gala. We it's our largest fundraising event of the year, and that will be taking place on October 13th at White Lake Oaks. And we are hoping to help cap off our fundraising efforts for our terrace garden project in the pavilion. For
Fantastic.
that, creating
Very cool.
another outdoor space for a group of people who don't get enough time outdoors.
Awesome. So any information, or if somebody's looking for additional information on those events, they can just go right to your website?
They can go to CanterburyOnTheLake.com or our Facebook page.
Awesome.
We have a Facebook page as well, or they can reach out to Janelle at the chamber, and she can direct them to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Susan, for being here.
Yeah, thank you. And congratulations on all the great things that you guys are doing at Canterbury.
Thank you for considering us. We love being part of the chamber.
Awesome. Thanks
Thank
again.
you.
Thank you.
We'd like to talk about some of our upcoming events. The Taste of Clarkson is one of them, and the Taste of Clarkson is the Chamber's signature event. Each year, the Chamber partners with Independence Township Parks and Recreation and seniors and the City of the Village of Clarkson to host this beloved community event. The event features food samplings from over 30 local area restaurants, and this year's taste will take place on September 30th from noon to 6 p.m. on Main Street. Other event features include 2 live music stages, 2 free kids zones, vendors, a petting zoo, and more. This family-friendly event is free to attend with taste tickets available on site for purchase. Here's a quick look at last year's event. For more information, please contact the Chamber directly at the number below. You can also like the event on Facebook to stay up to date on all the event details. We hope to see you on September 30th.
Another upcoming event we have is M1 Concourse. The Chamber is proud to partner with LaFontaine Automotive, Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce, and Waterford Area Chamber of Commerce for a business after hours event on August 25th from 5 to 7 p.m. This event will offer multi-chamber networking opportunities, thrill rides around the track, and more. Space is limited, so be sure to contact the Chamber if you're interested in attending.
We also have our annual meeting, so be sure to save the date for the event of the year, the Chamber Annual Meeting. This event will take place at Pine Knob Carriage House on November 8th from 6 to 9 p.m. For the second year in a row, we will be hosting Chamber Choice Awards. You can nominate a Chamber member for an award by filling out the nomination form on the Chamber website.
Hello everyone, I'm Jessica with the Clarkson Area Chamber of Commerce. Did you know that by being a member, you can gain access to participate in the YPN Young Professionals Network? These monthly meetings are free to attend for members and offer an opportunity for speed networking, volunteer opportunities, educational speakers, and more. And as always, our members are encouraged to attend our monthly Bobs and Mixers. These are great opportunities to make new connections and gain valuable business information from our keynote speakers. And now for our Now Hiring segment. Up next, who's hiring in our community? Great Clips Hair Salon is looking for stylists for its new location in Clarkson. Contact Bridget for more information. Uncle Peter's Pasties is looking for a cashier. Primary responsibilities are 90% cashier and 10% stocking and cleaning. If you can cook, that's a plus. Have reliable transportation. If you are interested in applying, contact Matt. Next is Oakland Hope. They are looking for an operations coordinator position. This position will be responsible for planning and executing daily operations of the food pantry and thrift store, alongside the director. Managing volunteer recruitment, supervising groups of volunteers, and connecting with local agencies and nonprofits to recruit and schedule donors and volunteers. In order to qualify, you must have a junior standing in a 2 or 4 year college institution. For more information or to apply, please email Norma at the email below. AT&T is looking to hire sales representatives. Must possess a competitive spirit and desire to meet and exceed sales goals. Maintain relationships with customers and stay up to date on the latest entertainment technology and devices. AT&T offers hourly pay, compensation, medical, dental, vision, 401k, holiday pay, and bonuses. 57% off AT&T wireless bills and more employee discounts. If you have experience in customer service or sales and are proficient in Microsoft Office and are willing to work a flexible schedule, apply today by emailing Summer at the email below. And lastly, the Clarkson Area Chamber of Commerce is looking for a fall intern. Although this is an unpaid internship, the experience alone is priceless. Come work with the Chamber and get valuable hands-on experience, and you get to work with the best gals in town. If you know anyone who may be interested in applying, please have them contact the Chamber for more information by calling the phone number listed below. If your business has any employment opportunities available, please email marie@clarkson.org and let us help you find the right candidate for your business.
The Chamber highlights a nonprofit member each month to raise awareness about their organization and all the great things they are doing. This month, we are proud to highlight DRAW. If you don't know, DRAW stands for Disaster Relief at Work.
And joining us today is the Executive Director, Greg Martin. Welcome, Greg.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. It is very cool to be here and see, by the way, if people are watching, there's a monitor over here and we're looking at it and we see what you're looking at. But we're surrounded by all green, which is, it's very disorienting.
You're not supposed to tell them that
I'm not,
set isn't
I'm ruining,
there.
I'm ruining behind the scenes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is great to be here with the Clarkson Chamber of Commerce thing right there. Look at that. That is fantastic.
Yep.
Anyway.
Well, we can thank Independence TV for designing this awesome digital set that truly
Thanks,
is not
Independent.
there. But
Yes.
for purposes of today,
Yeah.
we'll pretend we are truly at the Clarkson Area Chamber of Commerce.
We can
got
pretend.
this giant logo behind us.
It's fantastic.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, Greg, can you tell us about your organization and what is DRAW and how did it come to be?
DRAW stands for Disaster Relief at Work. In short, we go around the country after floods, hurricanes, tornadoes. We take supplies and we take volunteers to help those communities anywhere in the continental 48 to help people take one step back after this disaster, this rock bottom, back toward normalcy. Founded it in 2012, and in that 6.5 years, we found that this community, Clarkston, Waterford, Northern Oakland County, is a great county to do this kind of mission with, because everybody here wants to make a difference in some way or another. I used to study improv, and Viola Spolin was the queen of improv, and she had this whole thing about improv is about being the yes and. Like, I'm going to affirm what's good in you, and I'm going to add my part to it. That's what makes great improv. But that's also what makes great life. And as we have pursued the mission that we feel like we're called to do to help these people at their rock bottom, we found that Oakland County is full of people who want to be the yes and for what we do, and it's what's made us so successful over the first of the 6.5 years.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna skip around a little bit just because I know a little bit about DRAW. But
You
what
do.
I like about DRAW is you're not necessarily going after the big headline disasters. I think so. If you want to talk about that a little bit, I think that's really important to the mission of DRAW, and I think it hits home with a lot of people.
Well, I think everybody remembers Harvey. It was almost a year ago this month, and we had a huge impact in Houston after Harvey. Same thing with Irma. But people go, well, what do you do when there's nothing going on? But if you really pay attention to the weather, there's always something happening somewhere where some community is devastated. just 3 weeks ago, eastern Pennsylvania out by Hershey got 7 inches of rain in 7 hours, and entire communities had to be evacuated. We were there within 24 hours with the supplies that those people needed. It was one of the first times actually that like the fire department reached out to us. Like somebody from 8 hours away called Draw. They said, "Hey, we hear you give away stuff that people need." I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Can you come tomorrow?" And so, sure, we're on our way.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what we do on a regular basis. So when people say, "Hey, what happens when there's no storm?" There's usually a storm somewhere. We're usually helping somebody get back on their feet.
Yeah, so I think that's really not a lot of people are aware of that. And
Right.
that, you know, not only does Draw help on these huge disasters, but you're also maybe hitting the disasters that kind of fall through the cracks, so to speak.
And
So-
we wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for the fact that we have, I mean, almost this year we've had 6 to 7 volunteer groups a month coming to our warehouse in Waterford, helping us with our supplies, assembling the buckets of supplies need to go out, getting through all the stuff that we have to do, whether that's business groups sending employees or schools sending students or churches or any other religious organization sending, you know, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. We're only able to do what we do because so many people have bought in and said, "Hey, we can help make a difference too."
It's
So-
awesome.
Can you tell us about any initiatives you're working on currently, otherwise?
I can. What a great setup. Thank you so much for asking that
Of
question.
course.
In our 6.5 years, there's been times where we've had a hard time finding volunteer first responders, people who go after, because it's hard to take 5 days off and just go 3 states away to help people you don't know. And so we decided that, hey, what if we started a for-profit business that Draw would own, where we could hire employees who, as part of their compensation, were on call as first responders. So they would have like a dual role.
Wow.
So we decided, you know, because I'm a big fan of coffee, and so is there a lot of other people around us, let's open a coffee shop. And so right where our warehouse is, there's a storefront, and we are in 3 weeks from today, this is why I'm dirty, because we've been working in the coffee shop today, we're opening the coffee bucket. And the coffee bucket is going to have a staff, and on that staff there's 7, 8 people, and if a storm happens, we can take 2 or 3 of them right away. So even if we don't have any volunteers, which we'll have volunteers, but even if we didn't, we still have a team that's ready to go in an instant. And it sets us up to make a bigger difference in the world around us. Plus, we get to serve some pretty great coffee.
Super
Sounds like a
exciting.
win-win.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. I will put a plug in. Our signature drink is going to be the Drawte.
The Drawte.
Oh yeah, yeah. It will
I
be.
was waiting for all of the puns.
Oh, there's 80 more. I'll just
I
put the
believe it.
Drawte,
It'll
yeah.
be here all day,
It'll be
right?
honey lavender latte.
Ooh,
yeah, you
honey,
think about
I like
it. Yeah,
that.
yes.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, we are
Cool.
big fans of coffee at the Chamber office, so we will definitely be checking that out.
Very good.
So-
Very good.
Coffee for a cause.
Yeah.
Coffee for a coffee. So many.
We can just keep going.
You're hired. You're hired. I wanted to call it the Drawfee House, and I got shut down.
I
So
know, I
the
know, I
coffee
did
bucket
like
is
it.
a nice
The
second.
coffee bucket, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
So, very good. Well,
So yeah, is there anything else you wanted to share with us while you're here today? You said 3 weeks you're planning to open the doors. Are you planning any sort of ribbon cutting ceremony?
we're definitely gonna do a ribbon cutting ceremony. But we want to make sure that all the equipment works first. So
Okay.
we'll get through that, and
First
then we'll have a
things
big
first.
party. Make sure our staff is ready to have a bunch of people descend upon us with the coffee.
And then I know Draw has some events coming up. You do a bucket run.
We do a bucket run 5K. That is 24 days from today. It's in Clarkston. It's on a Friday night, actually. And at the
Ooh.
end of the 5K, every participant gets a bucket of gelato.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, so I know when I'm sweaty and tired, what I want is some ice cream. So
Definitely.
we've got that lined up. And then final plug, if we're going to be plugging things, I also am the host of the Drawcast, which is a podcast that we do every week, found on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, wherever you find your podcasts. This week we had the founder of Kensington Church, was Dave Wilson. A couple weeks ago, we had the chief meteorologist from the Weather Channel, Greg Forbes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
You guys
was-
have had some really interesting guests.
I was nerding out with the Greg Forbes one.
I
I
believe
mean,
it.
I bet you we had 5 listeners, but I didn't care because I wanted to hear about low pressure systems and things like that. So it was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us today, Greg.
Thanks
We
for
are
having
super
me.
happy to highlight Draw and have you be a part of our community. You guys are doing great things, and we're happy to help out any way we can.
Best wishes on the grand opening.
Thank you very much. No, listen, it's because of this community that we are who we are. It's Draw is only as strong as our network and this community has been so supportive. So thank you to the Chamber. Thank you to Clarkston, Waterford, Northern Oakland County. You guys are what makes us what we do.
Awesome. Well, thanks again.
Of course.
So, Chamber members can be featured on Chamber Chatter. We're concluding today's show with a few ribbon cutting highlights, and we hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you next month.
The services that we provide here at Oakhurst Golf and Country Club a golf course, a tennis program, a swimming program. We also have private events. Obviously, our golf and tennis and swimming are based on being a member, although we are open for private events. We do anything from weddings to retirement parties to graduation parties, so definitely a part of the community. I've been born and raised in this area for pretty much my entire life, and it is an unbelievable community, how tight-knit it is, and we're proud to be here on behalf of Club Corp. Clarkston still has that small town feel, even though it continues to grow. Whether it's Friday night football or whether it's downtown parade on the 4th of July, it's just a great community. Chamber of Commerce here in Clarkston is outstanding. They are absolutely integral in networking and keeping everybody marching to the same drum. It's just a fantastic Chamber of Commerce, and Janelle does a great job with their staff, so we're very happy to be a member of the Chamber of Commerce.
The ribbon cutting was a significant event to let the public know that we're opening the first non-Detroit Hermanos inpatient unit here at McLaren Oakland. So you say, why is that important? Well, Hermanos Cancer Institute is one of 45 NCI designated cancer centers and only one of 2 in Michigan. So that will afford patients who come here for inpatient services the clinical trials that only the University of Michigan and Hermanos are authorized to provide to patients. Quality health care is basically giving high reliability, patient safety, and quality metrics. I think McLaren Oakland is poised to do both, but we're also in a disparate part of Pontiac. So my personal goal is to reach out to those who are delaying care or not getting appropriate care. I'd rather have cancer patients coming in for screening, or if they do have a diagnosis, that it's at a stage 1 or 2 rather than at a stage 3 or 4 with metastasis. And that's really what we're going to be building here, is not only the cancer unit, but screening, detection, and reaching out to the community to improve overall health. McLaren made a significant investment in Clarkston some years ago. We have an ER there, and we have ambulatory clinics, and we actually have a Hermanos building and Hermanos oncologist there. So for us, it's a way to network with the community to understand their needs, but also to let the chamber know what we're doing and what we're developing, because overall, we are a community hospital. We're here for the community needs, and that's not just Pontiac, that's all the communities in our primary service area. I love serving people, and I love making things better for patient populations, and I couldn't have chosen a better job than this.